your silence and their consistent, enamored talk about you, people will see that there's just something not right in that person's head. There's no greater way to kill an audience that wants noise than with silence. Welcome to episode 15 of The Morning Dig. We're going to talk about something that's a little bit more, I don't know, this is more personal experience than anything. How do you manage your behavior, your reactions, the way you do business when the world wants noise? What I mean by that is there are times where you're going to have an adversary or someone that's going to leave under bad terms or decide they're in it for themselves and they're going to want to try to make you look like an asshole or a bad guy or bad girl, whatever. They want you to be the villain in their story. And they are going to trumpet lies and fabrications and anything they can say to just be the center of attention and to make you the negative point in that center of attention. How do you approach that? And in those moments, what the world wants is more noise. So, these things are going to come back to you. People are going to be asking for your side of it. They're going to be asking your opinion. What should I say? What should I do? Most of the time, people mean well, but there are always those people that want the drama. They want the smoke. They want it all. They want to know what's going on. They want to be in the know. They're also the people that watch reality TV and, all the gossip TMZs and shit like that. And that's just what they do. That's what they're into. And no shame or hate on that. That's your thing. And that's just not my thing. What I've found to work best is silence. There's no greater way to kill an audience that wants noise than with silence. You want to get me to step out and make some big, loud, ovacious response and defend myself and go crazy and lash back and look like the bad guy because you're hoping that I take a shot at you or just go on this campaign to protect myself and defend myself. And what I found is that all that does is put a bigger spotlight on me. All that's going to do is put a bigger spotlight on you as the leader, the owner of this whole thing. Instead, killing them with silence, it suffocates the oxygen and that fire goes out so much faster because what you're doing is you're essentially taking this fire and suffocating the oxygen out of the room. And what we know is oxygen fuels a fire. So when you take all the air out of the room, that fire dies. But if you go in there loud mouthing, defending yourself, feeling like you have to respond to every comment or respond to every text or every rumor or everything else, you're just adding fuel to that fire so it grows bigger. Kill them with silence. You don't have to win the war today, but you can win the battle with silence, and you can let that person dig their own grave because they just simply can't help themselves. And eventually, through your silence and their consistent, enamored talk about you, people will see that there's just something not right in that person's head. And they will start seeing the inconsistencies in their stories and eventually stop listening altogether. I've been through this a handful of times. Every time, same result. Silence wins. Hope it helps. And as always, keep digging in.